Hello, friends. Welcome to my craft room. I'm Donna, and I'm glad to see you today. I was supposed to make 2 videos last week, but I made 0. Last week was uh, a hectic week. I was out of the house most of the days, and when I got home, I just was too tired to do anything. And some frustrating things happened on Thursday. The transmission in my car went out. Yeah. Um, I'm frustrated, and it was, oh my goodness, the things that happened that day. It's just one thing right after another. And the transmission was just the icing on the cake. And I shut down for a few days. Uh, Monday, I went to the doctor and everything checked out okay. Um, it's a new doctor. My old doctor left the practice, and there's a new doctor. It's the first time I've had a male doctor in many, many years, and he has a very pleasant demeanor. While I'm lying, my cardiologist and my neurosurgeon were male doctors. I'm talking just the regular doctor. It's been a long time since I've had a male. Um, yeah, yeah. Because of all the hectic last week, I didn't get very many backpack buddies done. So I still plan on making all of them. Uh, but they will be late. Yeah. I don't even have 3 of them written down yet because I'm sorry, Terry. I'm going to have to go back and watch your videos when I get my Crojo back. It's a little bit gone right now. Let's see. Frog. Dragonfly was the one I have, or was it the frog? Panda. I haven't showed you the panda. Yeah, there's a bunch of these that I haven't showed you. I had to turn the page back over. I guess the first one I need to show you is one of my favorites. It's a Pooh Bear. Isn't he adorable? Yeah. Thank you, Rebecca, again for the clips. I can make all sorts of them now, and I am very happy about that. Uh, there's a little story behind Pooh because my oldest daughter, all her stuff, the sheets and toys and stuff were all Winnie the Pooh. So that holds a special place in my heart because of that. And my younger daughter, her name is Jennifer. And when she was younger, she was Jenny. And I called her Jenny the Pooh. And it ended up, even now, sometimes I will call her Pooh. So, both my daughters, and Jennifer is the one getting this because I always called her Pooh. Then next, yeah, that one isn't in here. Next, I think I got these 2 mixed up. I think it may not have been. Anyway, I got this one written first. It's a Pokeball. There was a larger version, and I've already made several, so I made a smaller one because I already knew how it was done. And of course, I didn't make this at first and wasn't going to because I'd made so many of them. But then along came Pikachu. So I had to make the Pokeball to go with it. And this has already been claimed by my my middle grandson, one of the twins. And then I have to go back and fix this one because I was looking at it and I was like, there's just something wrong with this. What is it? The sock monkey. Can you tell what's wrong? Terry found it. It doesn't have any ears. But this reminds me of my bestest buddy that I lost from COVID. Paulette, she had a sock monkey in her car. So this reminds me of her. And then we have, I love this one. It just came out so cute. It's a whale. Look at those little fins. This is all one piece. So I doubly loved that one. And then there was Panda. I'd already made a Panda, so, and I was really behind at this time. So, I didn't make that Panda. I do plan on going back and making a Panda because my, the other one of the twins, my oldest granddaughter, she wants the Panda. I showed her pictures of both, and she wants the Panda. I fixed my chair so I could sit back without it leaning back. Then came a frog. Yeah, the cheeks are a little uneven. And the eyeballs, the way it got squished around in my pot, in my basket. Yeah. It's a certain character, but I'm not familiar with this character. I did go look up images of it. Okay, I've got 2 more left, and I love both of them. First one is a Bumblebee. I didn't put a mouth on it. Didn't make Sticker the cutest thing. His antenna got kind of bent. And then I love this one. I love this one. But it's been claimed by one of my last remaining bestie. It's a sloth. Isn't it adorable? And the ones I've got written down is a minion. I do want to make that. And it's another one that I would probably keep, but I believe I know who's going to claim that one. A cupcake and a seahorse. And I've seen some of the other ones on the on Terry's blog, because there's Roseanne is making them too, and I've seen a couple of them, but it just slips my mind what they are. But I want to watch her videos anyway. You know, she needs the watch time. And I love Terry. I'm putting them back in the basket. They will probably transfer to a different holding place. There we go. They will probably transfer to a different holding place because someone in the Yarn Joy podcast group on Facebook wants to see them all. I'm holding off on giving the ones that have been claimed because a couple of them have already been claimed. So I'll be short a couple of them, but I will post a picture of all of them together. Now for yarn bingo. Oops, I'm going to have to reach behind you. I'm sorry. Oh, my arm is so big. I have managed to get a blackout. Mostly because of the backpack buddies. I could fit most of them excuse me, into, oh, excuse me, into one of the squares. I had to be creative with some of them, but I did it. Um, have a couple projects here that I could not, well, I probably could have done this first one. It's make something with cotton. So I had some scraps and I made another washcloth. And then make something that brings winter to mind. Whoops, I hadn't took out that yet. I always mark where I stop uh, increasing for the crown, and so I can count from there how many rows I have. Because this pattern, I've done it so many times, I know how many rows should be there. So I count rows and then it's the perfect size. And last but not least, I didn't have any googly eyes to put on here, but this is a bookworm with an apple thing. Yeah, the apple's blowing out. But this was a super easy pattern. I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but I did. Okie dokie. The new bingo card, I don't even know what today is. It's the 31st. So the new bingo card should be coming out at midnight tonight. And there's a couple people I send it to, so y'all will get that. If I go to sleep early tonight, which I have been, I'll send it to you in the morning. But you'll get. Oh, I want to thank Mrs. Hootie Hootington because she put out on her channel that I needed prayers, and I certainly do. Yeah, I've given the situation with my car to the Lord, and I know He will work it out somehow. It's going to take a miracle, but He always does work it out. Sometimes it takes longer than I wish, but and I'm thankful that we do have my husband's truck, so we're not stuck here, and that's how we got my car home. My husband borrowed a tow dolly, and I was in Charlotte when it went out, and he got it almost home. It was just a couple miles from home when the tow dolly blew a tire. He pulled over and found out that the tow dolly, when it blew the tire, it blew one of my tires. Oh, anyway, it was 7:30 at night before we got home, because we had to go through so much. Oh, it was a frustrating day. And it's a good thing I was with my husband, because he was so frustrated, and he does have a temper. He would have broke something if I hadn't been there. So that was another, oh, excuse me, good thing. Because he had to unhook the truck, and we had to go by our house, because he'd left the jack in a certain place at home because he was using it. And he could have dropped me off, but he said, honey, I need you right now. I'm going to go batshit crazy. Sorry about that. That's just a saying we use. So he asked me to stay with him so he wouldn't go overboard. And I did. Oh, it's a frustrating day. And we are both still reeling from it, because there are other things just little tiny things that have gone wrong, and it's just one thing after another. It's not just the one thing. The transmission's the biggest thing. The other things are just little things, but it's still added on one on top of the other. It's bad. But there are good things too. Oh, we had our grandkids this past weekend, and there was no emergencies or nothing. But having them here is always good for our souls. We've been getting them. Well, my granddaughter, we've been getting her since she was like a month old, maybe less. And we were going over there to see her about every day, at least 3 times a week, if not more. And then Jennifer, her mama, finally left her with us. And we've gotten her. Sometimes we've had her every weekend. Other times we had her every other weekend. And that gave my daughter a nice break. And then after my grandson was born, he was several years old. Text message. He was several years old before we got him, because he is a mama's boy. And he won't hug nobody but mama. I've gotten one hug from him in 8 years. He's almost 9. One hug. And he was about to cry when he done it. He didn't want to, but he did. And I just boo-hooed because I got a hug. Well, I've been in here for quite a while now, and I know I've lost some people, but thank you for those who have stayed. And I hope you guys stay safe. And I hope your problems are few and your blessings are many. Until next time, love one another. Bye-bye.